Yeah, big hi to everybody, and thanks for coming in. And I started this live right on schedule, and pretty much just as my premiere started, and I'd hit the start live, and then I didn't hit the go live button, in the little box that comes up. So that's my fault. And I'm yabbering away. The song had played through, and I'm yabbering away, and it's saying go live on top of the computer screen. I think, oh, I'm not going live. Well, I'd forgotten to hit the button again the second time, where it says, you sure you want to go live? And I do have the link. If anybody would like to come up and say hello and join on the panel. I don't know if Gail's around or if Heather's sort of decent or wants to come up live. It'd be great if you could. And actually, I'll get that link sent out to HGW, is it? On my phone. So I'll just send that out for Heather and Gail. Anybody would like to come up. I think that link works. I hope it works. I should click on it and test it here on my phone. Oh, yes, it is working. So that's good. I'm not going to go live here and sort of have it sort of decide to feed back because, me on the phone as well as here, two windows of me, and like, oh, now that could be interesting. I'll just send this out. Anybody wants to come up here? And I don't sort of anticipate if anybody will come up. I'd love if you could come up, but probably, it might not happen. Yeah, I've got another computer here. I've got another laptop, so I can sort of do Streamyard again. Yay! I bought it off eBay and it came Thursday. And so I'm really glad that it's come because I've been trying to struggle along with another laptop that's really old, 2010 it came out, and I don't know if I can show you in the camera or not, but this one is absolutely brilliant, what I've got here. Touchscreen one at all. And yeah, I've sort of only ever sort of had HP and Sony before. This one's a Dell, so that'll be interesting to see how it performs. And of course, the last one that I had was HP, and it was a fairly new one as well. Certainly since 2020, I think it might have been 2021 or 2022 model. And it had also the same processor as what this one does, a Ryzen 5. And I was really, really impressed by Ryzen 5. It's sort of, the heavy lifting that the AMD Ryzen chips would do compared to Intel's chips. I thought, oh, wow. These are brilliant. I'll be getting AMD Ryzen chips in my computers from now on, if possible. And so, yeah, it's working really, really, really well. So I'm really happy with that. I don't know if I can sort of get the web page up and share that. Jocelyn sent me a message. I'll just get back to her. And I'm just sort of drinking coffee at the moment, so you just got to bear with me. I might even have a cold tea a bit later. I need to buy some, because I've used the last ones this morning. I need to go and buy some more tea bags now. Because I've used the last 3 this morning just making my iced tea. I mean, I don't mind hot tea or a cup of hot tea occasionally, but I'm sort of preferring the cold iced tea. And I know it's sort of recommended that you drink so much tea or whatever because it's supposed to be full of antioxidants and healthy for you and all of that. I'm pretty sure Heather and Gail have spoken about that in Healthy Goals Wednesday. And of course, if anybody could share this out, that would be lovely. I don't know if I could share this out on the Cooks channel or not. I've sort of got it running here on the Cooks channel at the moment. So I'll see if I can share that out. And see if we get a few people coming in. Oh, no, I was still going to do a heap of it tomorrow. I was just absolutely exhausted when I sort of got off the kick with Dustin yesterday. Well, hell there, Ariella. I think you meant, well, hello there, I think. But no, I've got to be working on it tomorrow and also Monday. Monday's a class-free day. I really wanted to be doing it Saturday, Sunday, and Monday just to catch up and even, get a bit ahead. And, well, that didn't happen. And finally I did leave, and I've sort of got these videos and live streams set up. Oh, I know you didn't mean that. I knew you meant, well, hello there. So I know what you meant. All good. So just getting this shared out, and if anybody could share this out, that would be really brilliant. And I don't know if I can get this link pasted up or not. The dono link. I can get that pasted up here, but I've got to switch account to do that. So I will do that and then switch back to the Cooks account again, just to comment on. Although I think I've got the Cooks account sort of checked as managing moderator. It should be. Like this, I don't know if anybody who doesn't know, there's 2 levels of moderators on YouTube for live streams and premieres and the like. You have the standard moderator who can, drop links and kick people out and whatnot. But then you have the managing moderator who can sort of do more functions. Pretty much the same functions as what I can do, pinning comments and that sort of thing. I know Dustin had been saying about moderators on his live streams on YouTube, and to actually pin a comment, that's only the moderating moderators who can do that. So I just sort of opened that to pin the message because I should have said if I could pin it from Cook's channel. Don't know if I can. But I'm sitting here in the days after I got hit with something I sent to you. I do, but wrapping my head around it has been a daze. I don't know if it's a lack of sleep or the news. Wow, yeah, I'll have to, I'll be reading through it. That's what you sent me on Messenger, I'm guessing. So I will sort of read through that. Anybody who watched, I did sort of have the shopping premiere video go up earlier. So hopefully you all caught that. And if you didn't, you can sort of catch that a bit later. That would be really, really, really appreciated. I'll go back to the Cook's channel. You know, get you all running here on this thing. Just so that I can keep up with chat, because it's often a bit hard to chat within Streamyard. And I'm not going to open another browser window and run this live stream on YouTube. Otherwise, we all know what happens when you try and do that. You sort of get terrible feedback. It's sort of, and it's sort of, you know, the echoes about, you know, each thing you say echoes about 6 or 10 times because it just does a bit of a loop feedback. Because those who don't know, Streamyard actually runs on a delay. It's either a 15 or a 30-second delay of your actual live stream to what you're saying on there, and then what's actually streaming to YouTube. It's actually a delay, and I don't know if you can see that. All these spots on my hand here. And like my face is the same. Thursday, before I went shopping, I was at the skin cancer clinic, and I've got all these spots frozen off my face. So there's one here somewhere. Somewhere there. I'm not sure where it is exactly. They know where it is. I've got to go and have a biopsy of that in 3 weeks' time at the that's when they made the appointment for the biopsy at the Cranbourne Skin Cancer Centre. Yes, I really love this place. It's brilliant. You know, sometimes it's a bit annoying when somebody makes a bit of smoke in the kitchen and the smoke alarms go off. And of course, you know, the rules of the place here is if the smoke alarms go off, you've all got to evacuate and, you know, assemble, you know, like if you're actually home, assemble in the meeting area. And I mean, I can see the point of it. It's safety. You know, when there's that many rooms and residents, you know, they've just sort of got to do that just to make sure everybody is safe. So, yeah, thank you for that one, Heather. Aloe, I'll have to get some aloe. Thank you for that advice, Heather. I mean, I do have some of this that I've got shed. I'll have to get some aloe vera, yes. I mean, I've got this one, and I probably shouldn't use it. I haven't sort of put it on yet. I'll put it on once. Firming treatment, peptide collagen. But yeah, I'll have to get some aloe, yes. I actually need to, I'll have to get an aloe vera plant, actually. That's what I need. You know, when I was staying at my friend's place, she had a big aloe vera growing. And so you could sort of just cut a leaf off or take a leaf off and open it up and sort of, you know, take the gel, mix it with a little bit of water to, you know, what do you mix it down, or what's the word? You know what I mean? To put it on. So I must get some aloe vera actual, you know, aloe vera leaf or an aloe vera plant. And that way, you know, it's sort of pure. Maybe that's something you could bring up in your next Healthy Goals Wednesday, Heather. That would be interesting. I did send the link out to the to a couple of the group chats that I have here on my phone. I know it did. Yes, great idea. Yeah. I did send it out to the HGW group that Gail made. Also, a group that Susan and Tina made. I sent the link out there, and also another group that Gail made. So I've sent the link there if anybody wants to come up. The link is in the chat there. And I mean, I can just keep sending whatever on those chats or calling you all, back in the States or whatever, because with my phone account or my phone bill, I actually get unlimited calls, unlimited messaging to the USA. So, and there's been a few times I've been on the phone to like Gail for an hour and been on the phone to Jocelyn for like about 3 hours or what have you. And I don't get a bill for that. So that's good because I've paid it already in my monthly cost. And we do have Wi-Fi here too, which is good. So I've actually dropped the second phone number because I had two phone numbers. I had one just for basically running in a tablet to run a hotspot or whatever, or, a Wi-Fi router or whatever, you know what I mean. So that was what I really had the second number for. And so because there's Wi-Fi here, I've been able to drop that. So that's brilliant. And so that's saving me $60 on my phone bill, which is really a great advantage. And I really like saving money on my phone bill, as you could imagine. I don't know if I can sort of share this computer that I've got or this laptop that I've got. See if I can open Gmail and get it. The eBay where I bought it from. See if I can do that and share it up on screen. It's really nice to have a decent computer and I can show you. So, yeah, just bear with me. I do glasses, actually, but that won't be happening for a while. I mean, I got these in 2019 or something, and they're absolutely, to put it bluntly, bugging. You know what I mean? I hope I can sign in. I think I might be able to sign in. Because I've got this, this laptop all connected to my network. Hopefully I can sign in. Yes. Looks like I can bring it up. So yeah, we'll share the page and you can have a look at that. Thinking now, where do I share? Present or invite? That's where I do it. So yeah, that's basically what I got. And it was a really brilliant price. I couldn't believe the price. Could not believe the price of it. And $20, bucks, yeah, $20 or $22 postage, so 224. I do have a spare RAM stick that's compatible, so we'll be getting a friend to actually do it. A friend here who knows how to do that sort of stuff. So, just to actually put the other stick of RAM in, because it's 8 GB of RAM, which won't be enough, really. But I have a spare 8 GB of RAM that I got from the other computer when I upgraded it to 16. It basically just had the one RAM slot. And this computer or this laptop has 2 RAM slots, and they're not soldered in, so that's brilliant. So basically this thing, it's a touch screen, so that's really good. And it sort of folds, like that, as well as being like the clamshell device. So, that's really, really, really useful. So I can get some work done without, my old one, with Windows, even just working on Windows, Word files, it would sort of just decide to randomly shut down in the middle of everything. But then, laptop 16 years old, it's sort of amazing it was still going. You know what I mean? Really, really quite amazing it was still going. So, that was, pretty cool. So, yeah, what? Ariel Blur. Who else have we got here? I should say. Not what, but who else have we got here? Hopefully we've got a few people watching. It says we've got Bible 6. Oh, Tamara, hi there. Great to see you. And, of course, if any of you would like to come up and you're not in any of those chat groups that I'm in where I've sent the link out, if you email me at I should actually put that here. Bear with me. It's easier just to type on the phone, actually, at times. And, of course, I can easily sort of, just check it here on this phone as well. Please do email me at that email address. I've got you all running here. And if you'd like to come up and I could send the link back to you, that would be really, really, really brilliant. I could just bounce the link back to you and, you could come up and say hello or, share whatever you want to share. So, yeah, what's everybody up to during the weekend? I know it's all Saturday night for you all. Here it's Sunday morning. Time is 10:34. Yeah, alert. The alert came up. Hi there, Laurie. Great to see you. It all adds up, Laurie. Great to see you. And of course, a huge thanks to everybody who shares this one out. Yeah, I'm on computer today, so yeah, that's different. My old computer just would not run Streamyard. 4:43 p.m. here on a Saturday. Awesome. This thing's heavy. But like, this is my old laptop. It's old. It's 16 years old, and it's heavy. Other than the shutting down sort of issues in class, it would kill me carrying it, in my computer bag each day. But and it was a touch screen too, actually. 10-point touch screen. Was sort of probably, one of the most expensive computers at this size that you could have got back in the day, sort of thing. It was i5 Intel processor, so not a Celeron. So, it was pretty much future-proof, but, I'd sort of taken it beyond a joke, 16 years old. You know what I mean? You all are probably having a giggle at that. So it certainly got the money's worth out of it, I guess you could say. What have I missed here? Camera, I'm hunkered down, waiting for the blizzard. Wow, and snow coming tomorrow through Monday. Wow. Laurie said it's hitting here now. Heather, I'm out checking plant starts and getting seed trays ready for inside. Awesome. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Laurie. Well, I couldn't bloody afford it, really. I can't afford it, and it's sort of on Afterpay. But it's sort of a got to have, if you know what I mean, and especially when you're sort of needing it for schoolwork. It's a just must-have item. So, I'll be paying it off for the next 8 weeks. But it's sort of one of those things, you just got to have it. And I'm happy I had that spare RAM that can go into it. And I was looking at probably like about 50 different computers on eBay and Amazon and everything. And, so I had watch later lists of like about, 50 computers. But each one, when I'd sort of look at it, I'd actually copied the details, the listing on eBay. It'll sort of say, the processor and everything, the specs sort of just in its headline. When, when computer dealers are selling them. That's sort of what I was looking for. Computer dealers, buying off computer dealers, not individuals, because with computer dealers, you have like warranties and things like that. So, I went with that, and I'd sort of enter the details. I don't know if I can show you. Oh, I must get that link up again. History, so just bear with me and I will show you what I mean. Oh, yes, Tamara said, Laurie, looks like you are going to be hit worse than I. Well, fingers crossed for you, Laurie, that you don't get hit too bad with that. So share screen. So get that shared up again. Put that up like that, so hopefully it shares the whole thing. So basically what we're looking at is this area here. You copy that area there, and then you paste it. Today, no, probably not. We do have something coming up for Easter, and we may sort of, do some impromptu things where we sort of just go and do something for lunch or whatever. Maybe somebody will say, oh, yeah, let's go and hit Taco Bell or something for supper or something. And so, that's something if somebody decided to do. Oh, yeah, that sounds like it could be cool. Definitely would consider doing that. It's been a minute since I've had Taco Bell. And, Jan and a few others have been saying, don't do it. It's been so long since I've had Taco Bell. I haven't had it since coming to Australia, obviously, because it's only just came to Australia in the last 6 months. And, oh, surprise, surprise, there's a Taco Bell here, near here. It's probably about a mile away from here. And I'm sure it came here only because this is a college town. And so, quite a few other Americans here at times. So, I'm sure it's only came to this town for that reason. And I think, yeah, let's go and check that out. And, of course, everybody be laughing because, everybody would sort of know what the historical results of a visit to Taco Bell could be. You know what I mean? But I guess I've sort of forgotten that because it's sort of been a minute since I've had it. And I'm just sort of, wanting it. And I've had a few people say that their nachos now are really, really brilliant. So I'm thinking, oh, yeah, nachos. And, they used to be the last time I'd had Taco Bell, and we're talking about 10 years ago. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, the nachos, but I know somebody was telling me, it might have been Gail, that their nachos are really darn good. So, maybe somebody could, share a few funny stories about Taco Bell and the after effects if they'd like to in chat. And I'd love to have, one or two coming up here and joining on the panel. And we might have to set something up to do that. Maybe Gail will have a live coming up and I could sort of come up in one of her lives or something. And I mean, I should have yesterday. She did send me the link, but I was asleep. And you all are going live an hour earlier since last Sunday when your clocks changed. So I only woke up and when I woke up, oh, Gail's live. And, of course, looking at absolute sight because I hadn't had a shower or anything. So I sort of quick into Gail's live to watch. And then I saw the email and I sort of, oh, yeah, Gail's got a live coming up and she'd like me to be in panel. I didn't sort of look sort of when the day was and didn't realise until after the live finished that she actually wanted me to come up for yesterday's live while she was live. So, yeah. I'm really sorry about that happening. less chemicals, not necessarily, Heather. Yeah, spring forward. And we're just waiting for fall back here now. It's sort of daylight savings, sort of. They just hang it on. They started early and they just hang it on for as long as they can. And it drags on till nearly Easter. And of course, if it's an early Easter, it'll actually be daylight saving over Easter. Because I think they cut it the first or second week of April when we fall back here. And so they really try to drag the very last breath out of it. And, it's quite annoying when you're waking up or getting up and it's still dark because they haven't changed the clocks like they should earlier. And I mean, I've always wondered, why do they have it, pick a, I'm not going to say the word, pick a, time and stick with it all year round. Don't be changing the, friggin' clock back and forth. Just stick it, choose a time you like and then just friggin' stick with it all year round. You know what I mean? It'd probably be everybody's having a giggle at that. A huge atmospheric rain for the last 5 days. Sunny today. Some of the highway have mudslides. Oh yeah, there's been a few landslides with mud. Yep, got you on that. I was sort of, because it was under the heart thingy, the heart thing that comes up. I was thinking, maybe some of the boys have made mudslides or something, because I sort of couldn't really see what you'd written there. Because, knowing, I don't know, maybe the kids ain't like that now, but, the kids back in the day when I was a little girl, well, the boys would go and do something stupid or funny or normal like that. There'd be a lot of rain and the side of the hill, they'd go and make a mudslide or something. You know what I mean? Oh, Stephanie says, yes, Ariella, that was funny. Pick a time and stick with it. Yeah, well, it sounds funny when I say it, but it's common sense, really. Pick a friggin' time and stick with it all year round, why change the clock back and forward? And I mean, anybody with half a brain would sort of think, well, isn't that sort of common sense? And you see, the funny thing is, there's all these studies saying that deaths like heart attacks and strokes sort of, when the clock sort of springs forward, increase by such a huge percent for the first 2 weeks after, just because people are, missing that hour's sleep and, getting the extra stress because they're, waking up and they're not wanting to wake up an hour early and they're missing work and all of that, or they're worried they're not going to get to work or get the kids to school on time or make that appointment or whatever. And, you sort of think, well, why do that and do that every frigging year? Why? Every freaking year doing that, increasing death rates just for the 2 weeks after doing it. And you sort of think, is there some nefarious reason that they're wanting a heap of people to pop off? I don't know. Which, wouldn't surprise me with certain billionaires who have a bit of a hatred of humanity. I don't know if anybody here knows the game Cards Against Humanity. Maybe I should Google it and share it on screen for those who don't know. Oh, it's extra messed up. On my sleep, I think I'm finally at my normal. Well, good to hear, Heather. Yep. Well, yeah, it does mess up everybody's sleep. Just see if Google can tell me Cards Against Humanity, and I'll share that up. For those who don't know the game, and it's bloody hilarious, you know. It is really, really hilarious. But yeah, basically, you know, that's what this is. Cards Against Humanity, and it's a card game. A card game? Well, not exactly a card game as in a traditional deck of cards, but you sort of have like these interesting questions, and then you have like you have a heap of cards that you're drawn out, and you've got to answer the question. And so, you know, there's all these questions, and some of them are quite dark, as in using dark humor, and then others will have some very interesting responses with dark humor to respond. And so, you know, whoever sort of, like, everybody will draw out a question card or pick a question card out, which asks a question. Then everybody else who's playing, like, you've got a group of 9 people will have to select an answer. You have like 10 answer cards each, and then when you answer one, you draw out another one, and so on. And of course, the asker of the question will choose which answer was the best, and then whoever has the best answer, they will give them the question card, which is worth so many points. And you can use points to buy more answer cards if you so desire, you know, where you will or swap out your answer cards. So you have some answer cards that none of them are really funny, and you have like you know, 5 cards, for example. You could swap out one answer card that you have won to change your answer cards, you know, take an answer card and then swap with another answer card from the undealt out deck of answer cards, and it's absolutely hilarious. So, you know, we all had a good giggle at that one. We played that one nice. Somebody said, Heather, a Taco Bell commercial on the radio. I thought somebody might have got a Taco Bell commercial in the live stream, actually. Since I mentioned Taco Bell, and I mean, that could happen because you know, I am sort of monetized, obviously, so YouTube will pop up a few ads as YouTube sees fit. So, you know, they could sort of pop in or pop up a Taco Bell ad in somebody's live stream, and especially when I mention Taco Bell, and they may even pop up a Card Against Humanity's or game site sort of ad or something now that we're talking about games. That would be funny, wouldn't it? And it would be sort of eerie, I guess you could say, if YouTube did that. But, there's some interesting games on there. Maybe I should open that again and just see what games they had. But, that's one of the things we're doing here on campus is we're having like games nights on Friday evenings. We haven't had one for a couple of weeks now, and hopefully we have another one because they're hilarious. Games and movie nights, and they're absolutely hilarious and just a great way just to, make new friends and interact with everybody and, all of that. Maybe I should share that and we'll show you how it works. Let's see. We'll just see how that works. Actually, I'll see if I can get the whole thing up here. Probably don't need to look at me. I'm still working because it's been a minute since I've actually run Streamyard, and I think, play anonymously. I don't know if this will run here or not. We'll see. Maybe this could be an idea for a live stream. We could sort of do games night. And just do it online. Now that would be funny. So what have we got here? Cards against formality? Yeah, I don't want formality. I want cards against humanity. I've never sort of gone on to this. Nibble time mode. I don't know what that is. Petting. They're all private by the look of it. I don't know. We can just show how it works. Wheels are spinning. I don't know what this one is or if it's like Cards Against Humanity or whatever. You'll join in a few seconds. Maybe it won't let me stream it. Oh, that's came up here. I don't know how that works. But, you know, that's interesting. I could show you, if I could show you the actual cards, you'd have a laugh. We'll go back to Streamyard. I think. So we'll just stop sharing. What have I missed here? Anxiety 2, Stephanie said, awesome. Yeah, anything else anybody wants to share? What have been going about 54 minutes? I mean, I don't have any sort of time limit here. I don't know if anybody else is going live that I need to mess up or change or whatever. I don't know if I can share a link here or not. Although if I do share the stream link, it's only for those who I know, obviously, and for those who are subscribed to my channel can come up. And of course, if I share the link here, say that you're coming up in chat, and I'll drop the link. Because I've got this set to public at the moment. I'll just set it to follower only first. Hi there, Laurie. Great to see you. But yeah, I'll just say if anybody would like to come up and join the panel, and we could have a bit of fun here. You know what I mean? So a big hello to Laurie's World. Because yeah, I'll just hello all your lovely people, and a big hello to Laurie. Just see if I can share the link here. Oops, that's not the link I wanted. Try this one. Oh, that's awesome, Laurie. Just getting started making dinner. So have you running on the big screen and the tablet. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much, Laurie. And of course, a huge thank you to everybody who shares this live stream out. Because I may sort of continue doing the Saturday night live streaming on laptop now and Streamyard now that I've got a laptop that will run it. So I may sort of do that. We could sort of even have some paddle, some guests on paddle, and maybe we could do games night or something as the theme. What's everybody's thoughts of that? I don't know if I can sort of run polls in chat or not on YouTube. I know a few others have sort of done that in the past, and be good if we could. I don't know right now. Yep, all good, Jocelyn. I know you won't come up. You're busy. And I know that, those who I do know, if you'd like to come up but not be seen, you can sort of go up like, I'll show you like this, your voice is heard, but, your face ain't seen. That's really, quite possible. Turn the camera back on. So, we could definitely do it that way for those who are feeling a bit shy. But, we could sort of, Saturday night lives, we could sort of have a games night. I wish I could run a poll. Doesn't look like I can. Just seeing if I can. I forgot I can do that too, show comments on screen. More like anxiety rather than shy. Yep, totally get that. Totally get that. Yeah, I forgot I can do that. I've sort of been a minute since I've sort of done Streamyard, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, shouldn't I? Yeah, how have we done for thumbs up? We've got 11 on here, and it's showing 9 thumbs up. So yeah, hit the thumbs up. Please, please, please. And if you really hate my channel, hit the thumbs down twice. Everybody be having a giggle at that one. Amen to that one. Hope, yep. That's a good one, Jocelyn. Yeah, cuss every other word, yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Laurie. You're too kind. We love you, girl. Thank you. Well, I do have 1 or 2 people that, I don't know who they are, that do sort of like to, on every video. You know what I mean? And it's always 1 or 2 on every video. So I think there's a couple who just follow me. I'm obviously living rent-free in their heads. And so they're just following every video, but they don't realise that the engagement is actually positive, you know what I mean? But, there's always a few, there's one or two on every video, every live stream, every short, every, even, videos that sort of haven't really been hit out that much or shared out that much, or YouTube hasn't sort of driven a lot of views to, but there's still 1 to 2 thumbs down. So, it's obviously the same characters every time. And they're obviously just following me to do that. And yeah, that's a good one, Laurie. Someone pretty much has to give. You mean false information? Yeah. Nobody should be looking for perfection any dang way. Liking what you like is cool, but if you don't like it, keep walking. Yeah, yeah, such a bit false. But like even if somebody, like if somebody has a video and it turns out the information's false, you've sort of got to think: do they know it's false, or don't they know it's false? They could be sharing something with good intent and they're not sure that it's false. I basically, if there's a video I don't like, I just scroll on. I won't interact. I'll just scroll on by, if you know what I mean. And that's basically what I do because, everybody has things they like and things they just don't like. So it's better just to, scroll on by. I think if you get a video you don't like, yeah, just scroll on by. I don't really like this subject, or I don't really like the viewpoint they're pushing or whatever. Yeah, I'll just go next and watch the next one. And not interact or anything, just go on. Because you've got to think, somebody has put time into making the video. They've filmed the video, they've edited the video. If it's an AI video, a lot of times they put a lot of editing into it. I don't know if everybody's sort of aware how AI works. But basically, you will not get the whole clip in AI. I don't know if I could open my Gemini and show you. Gemini 3. We'll just see if I can share that. Laurie might even be Laurie of Laurie's World might be something that Laurie even goes into. Laurie, when you do your how-tos on making YouTube or what have you, or you know what I mean, Laurie. Tabra said people should just click off a video they don't care for rather than hurt someone's feelings. Yes, good point, Heather. Shoot, I missed a few minutes, lost internet. Yeah, that happens. I totally understand that. That's one thing that generally my Wi-Fi here is pretty good and the internet here is pretty good. And, even the mobile network is really good. I agree. Yep. That's one thing I found. The internet here is really good. So that's Brilliant. Just see if I can share this screen. Looks like this is all the about. I'm wanting to actually open it. Oh, yes, Heather, it's only when I'm out in some areas. But yeah, basically, ain't really what I'm wanting either. Bear with me as I get this up. Okay, we should be coming up here now, I think. So basically, VAO is what you use to generate clips. And so it's got a couple of templates here you can use as well. And of course, I have the Pro because I pay for Google One. And yes, I do use it to help with thumbnails for anybody who is interested. Yeah, Laurie said, I love it for making video thumbnails. Yes. And I mean, you can mess around with Canva for hours trying to get a video thumbnail. And then, you're doing stuff, Canva's sort of getting stuff off, shared sites and stuff. But using AI like Gemini or some on Chat GPT will as well. I think Grok would probably do a similar job. You can actually put in a number of files or photos and have AI, Gemini or whatever, generate you a thumbnail or a number of thumbnails, and you could sort of just put in a lot of prompts and tell it what you want. Let's see, what have we got here? But for example, like I wanted to generate. Oh, that's what I wanted, just to generate a. I don't know if you can read that or not. Laurie, yep. I haven't used Gemini yet, just Meta and Grok, yep. And like I've been using it even just to do like, tags and descriptions and things too. And I'll get it to do a number of thumbnails. And you could even do like your A/B testing, the A/B testing with some different, generate some different thumbnails and titles and do the A/B testing.
Floating on a sky bridge of light, the city gleams so clean and bright. Oh, the future's calling out to me. Oh, the future's calling out to me.
Oh, yeah, Heather, I'm old school, LOL, yep. And nothing wrong with that as well. Tabra, Heather, I'm really old school. But, I'm basically doing it because I can, and just to stay ahead of the curve, if you know what I mean. But basically, like if you're doing a music file, Gemini will do it in 30-second blocks. And video files, Gemini will do that in 8-second blocks. But obviously to do that, I've actually put some scenes in, and I've generated scenes as I want, uploading a number of files to actually do that. And then you sort of keep giving instructions for each piece you want. And then sometimes, Gemini decides, oh, I cannot generate that video. For some reason, it just won't do it. So, that can get frustrating at times. And sometimes it'll sort of do an almost same repeat. Oh, Stephanie, thank you. Not quite abacus, close. Yeah, Tamara, what's abacus? Yes, you can do a whole movie if you've got the time to actually make it up 8-second blocks, if you know what I mean. And then you've got to edit them all together. Yeah, good one, Heather. Arielle's adventure. Yeah. But that's if I went for the whole suite. Who can afford that? My YouTube channel got ultra big. Yeah. But yeah, that's the highest level. 204.99, so $205 per month for 3 months, and then basically $410 per month app. No, I won't be doing that. But like this is what you get at that. Highest, yeah, you just got more limits to features, the highest limits and models. I mean, I have access to Deep Think and Bayo 3.1 already with what I'm paying. Highest limits to AI filmmaking tool, that's probably unlimited. I have Gemini and all of that anyways. Oh, they throw in YouTube Premium for free. I have YouTube Premium anyways. Google Home Premium Advanced. I think I have all of these anyways, but they just have higher limits on these. Storage, 30 terabyte storage. Wow. But I have the lower level still be and like this is all the I'd got Gemini to do a deep dive in what computer I should get. Laurie said Grok is like $2.99 or something for the max level. I use the free one. Yep. Tabra said, I don't think I can do that fancy stuff on my phone or tablet. Yeah, all interesting. But yeah, I'm on Pro already. fast, answers quickly, thinking solves complex problems. I think you have access to fast and thinking on the free level. And then Pro, Advanced Maths and Code with 3.1 Pro. So, you've got all the extra things on that. And on Pro, I've actually been given 6 months free on Pro. I should go back to Streamyard, shouldn't I? Stop sharing and but yeah, basically, what was I saying? But yeah, basically, I'm having a play around with it and doing it because I can. And I want to stay ahead of the curve and be able to sort of keep up with it. And it's really so useful if you sort of even just want a little piece for an outro, or you want a little piece for like some channel music, a bit like Suno for channel music, of course. Although Suno will give you the whole song if you're paying for Suno. I'm only on my third cell ever. Heather just said, do you mean your third cell phone? Wow. Talking about cell phones, I started with the Nokia brick. If anybody who remembers the Nokia brick, we're talking about 1995 sort of thing. If anybody remembers that. And my first smartphone, I've still got it. Or it was my first or my second smartphone. I thought it was 2003, but no, this one's 2006. I'd actually Googled the thing. Well, plop, plop, plop. I just sit down on the chair. And your second laptop. Wow. Yeah, that's interesting. I've had so many laptops. I had a desktop computer. We're talking about 1993 or something. It had a huge 1 terabyte hard drive. Can't remember the brand of it. It was probably HP or something, Hewlett-Packard or Dell. Had the absolute huge tower. It had a colour screen like the old style TV monitors, but no speakers or anything, colour. They're only about the same size as what this laptop screen is, but they were huge all around it and so heavy. And I think the RAM might have been 256 kilobytes. And I mean, that's basically just a standard or even a smallish JPEG nowadays. This is 2005 smartphone. And basically, anybody who was around back in the day or had them and remember Palm Pilots and personal assistants that would sort of, work with your computer. Your first smartphones like this were Windows Phone, running Windows Phone. And they actually were just an extension of your PDA, basically a PDA with a SIM card that went in. I haven't got the battery anymore. The battery had swelled, so I'd throw the battery out. And this thing hadn't worked for years and years. It hadn't worked for like about 10 years or 15 years even, a long time. But I kept it, and quite interesting. My first laptop was probably the year 2000 or even a bit before, and it would have been something like a Hewlett-Packard or something like that. There wasn't that many brands that made them, or I think it might have been Sony. From memory, bigger and heavier than the one I showed you. I got my phone in 2020. My old one died after like 3 years. Wow. Yeah, that's a pity it died only after 3 years, yeah. But obviously the one you've got now, Heather, has lasted quite well. Took me forever to convert from VHS to DVD. Wow. Tamara, that's interesting. I never had a laptop or desktop computer. My cell is a Motorola, $20 a month track phone. That's interesting, yeah. This is, I don't add many apps to my laptop, yep. This is basically my second fold. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7, and I do have a video when I got this one, October or November. And before that, I had the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3. And basically, I just updated it because I wanted to update. The 3 was working fine, and no issues whatsoever. So, that was really good. And so I've had a really good run with folds, and, basically. And then when I want the whole screen, because it's easier for me to read, I just open it out like that, and it just sort of on the inner screen. But, I had, I had the 3. Once you've had a fold, like a book style fold, not the flip phone fold, you just don't want to go back to a smaller one because it's just so big and easy to read. And plus, when you have it folded in, it's smaller than your Samsung Ultra, so you can get your hand around it, and it's not heavy. Well, this one's not heavy. The Fold 3 was heavy. Was heavier than, your Samsung S24 S25 or S26 now. Ultra was heavier than that, but these are lighter. And they're smaller in your hand, so you're not sort of having to do two hands just to hold and use it when you're sort of out and about like that. I've got a big phone because I use it more than the laptop. Yeah, that's interesting. Well, before I went back to study, yeah, I was using phone far more than a laptop. But now that I'm back to studying pretty much full time, a laptop is essential for like your typing and stuff. And a tablet just will not do it, if you know what I mean. You just need, for some reason, to do stuff like that properly in college. You just need to have like the full operating system. Android won't do it. You need Windows or Apple for those of you on the Apple Macs or that sort of thing, or Linux for those of you who wish to be rebels and not use either. You need, a computer with any of those systems like Linux or Windows or, Apple. Yeah, that's SpongeBob voice, yes. Yes, Jocelyn, yeah, from Kick, yeah, I know. And now that I've got this laptop sort of come and I'm broke because of it, I should sort of get Kick set up that I could sort of do Kick streams and all of that like Dustin does, I know. Don't know how to set it up at this time. LOL. Yeah, that's about the size my phone. Well, yeah, but I've got my folded in half, yes. Heather, yeah. Because, the and I've had the Ultra before, the Samsung Ultra, S Ultra, and they are rather big in your hand, you know what I mean? And so they're just a bit much. I keep wanting to tap my fingers on my videos a lot. It's annoying, but I want to do it, lol, LOL. Well, yeah, this thing has touchscreen, so, that's handy. I don't have to use the mouse. But, like the other laptop I've got, it's so big and heavy from 2010. And because in 2010, I thought, oh, how small this is and how light it is. But compared to them now, it's not. But then, 16 years old. Oh, that's heavy. Actually, one of my friends here that I study with, he was saying, oh, that's so cool when I sort of showed him. He said, oh, wow, that's so cool that you've still got it. Yeah, it's been around everywhere. That's fun, Tamara. Yeah, back in the day, I had a Garmin GPS. Chat had Homer Simpson's voice. Tip from my husband. Oh, yeah, I do remember those GPSs, yeah. Everybody had a GPS back in the day before, before Google Earth and whatnot. and you could sort of get it on your phone and do, GPS on your phone. Everybody had a GPS back in the day, and I do remember those things. Do you get to intern anywhere? No, basically, we're expected to do the next level or go to work, sort of, or go back to our lives or what have you. It's all classroom based, classroom and online based. My course or our courses. The way that works. Yeah, I was going to show you that. Don't know if I can show you or not. Just see if I can show you. I heard a lot of da. Da. Yeah, I bet you did. The Homer Simpson voice, yeah. Yeah, I'm laughing at that too. Window. Yeah, I think I can share that. But yeah, basically that's how this works. Might as well share that all with you. It's probably all quite interesting. But this is basically you do your assessments on the computer and basically you upload your assessments through this module or through this app, which is called Moodle for anybody who knows about those things. It's good I've got a decent computer that I can show you all now. Decent laptop. But like, this is some of the units we're working on. I've got 2 assessments I've got to finish on this one. Oh, thank you, Tamara. Really great to see you, and huge thanks. Oh, yeah, Heather said say that again, yeah. But like, for example, what are the units we've got to do? Critical thinking. Interesting. Protect your own personal online profile from cyber security threats. Networking. So yes, a big good night there, Tamara. And this is networking fundamentals, as in actually setting up a small office or home office network where you're actually connecting, computers and laptops and routers and Wi-Fi's to your actual, internet router that comes in, or, you know what I mean? That's how that one works. Information security. This unit describes skills and knowledge required to securely manage personally identifiable information and workplace information. Cloud computing, evaluation. Like that sort of just our lessons. And actually the teachers will go through that, or the instructors, while we're there as well. And like this is just the actual guide. It's not the actual template that you answer on, but it's just showing what the template that you answer on looks like. So I didn't click yes on that. Don't know if this is coming up here on screen. I didn't sort of change things. But like this is an example. Oh, yes, it has come up. Beautiful. This is an example of some of the work that we have to do. And the assessments. Research online and identify 3 trends in cloud computing. Note, you will be required to provide your sources for verification. And so, yeah, there's the sources. So, yes, I might be blonde, and I'm naturally blonde, but I'm not stupid. I hope everybody will be laughing at that one. So, yeah, that's probably interesting for you all. So, yeah, who do we all have here with us still? Looks like we're going to have a 2-hour live stream, which, we can keep doing and do that sort of, each week if everybody's up for that. So, yeah, who's still here with us? And, did you all find that interesting? Be honest, yes or no. Yes or no, be honest. I'd love to get feedback. Laurie, great to see you're still here with us. Awesome. But it's really good that I can sort of do this on computer now and share these things properly. I mean, you try to show, screen or something, or, look at the computer screen on my old laptop and try to get the camera to capture it. It doesn't quite work. So, I could sort of show you all in full detail just by clicking the, the screen. And I do have a touch screen, which is really brilliant. Really brilliant that we can sort of do that. And, I just sort of put my finger on the screen and done that now. But, you know, that's really quite interesting. And no charger with, but it will charge from my Cube, my mobile phone Cube. It's got a USB 3 or USB-C, whatever, you know, that you can actually charge your laptop from. So that's really brilliant. Go back to that. I do have a spare RAM that'll actually go into the other slot, so it'll make it 16. If Attila is around today, we'll have a go at that. And I have Googled it. Jeb and I did a deep dive, and this RAM stick is compatible. Broken Hearts Ministry. Hi there, Gail. Great to see you. Oh, you're welcome, Laurie. Heather, thank you so much for coming in. I got to run. Run to the barn, did you say? Awesome. Thank you so much, Heather. I really appreciate you watching and wishing you a wonderful weekend. But yeah, I'm broke now, Gail. But I've got a laptop that'll do things that I want to do. I did show you my show. You can go back and see the old laptop, but and I did a deep dive on this RAM stick, and it is fully compatible, so that's really good. Yes, what's up, new grandma? Congratulations, Gail. Moon over Miami. Great to see you, and thanks so much. Yes, hit the like button, hit the thumbs up. But yeah, this RAM will be going into the second slot of this computer or this laptop the next day or two. So it'll make it quicker. This back into its. But I did do a deep dive as well. Interesting. I don't know if I think I've got it on history in Gemini as well. And I might as well share that while I'm here. But I am able to set this up for free to 16 gigabyte RAM because I had the 8 gigabyte RAM stick already. I actually, the old computer I had just before this, it was 8, but it only had the single RAM slot, and I wanted to upgrade it to 16. So I did so, and I sort of got a technician to do it. So I had to buy a 16 gigabyte RAM stick. I bought it through him, and then he did the job, and then I got the old 8 that came out of the other computer. And it cost me, for him to do that, it cost me $180. Which I'd like to set it up to 32 gigabyte when I've got a bit more coin, actually. And you can see all these queries about, getting Gemini to do all this deep dive and information. Oh, wow, Gail, sunburn. Hoping you feel better soon, and hopefully that aloe gives you relief. For example, though, I just I'll just show you how you can use Bayo to research your computer or your laptop. Like you could do like all that on the one you currently have, or if you're looking to buy another one, and then comparing it to what you already have. I'll just show you how that works. We discovered an arbor in the backyard, Laurie said. Interesting. Gail said, ouch. What is an arbor, Laurie? Yes, what is an arbor, Laurie? Yeah, I'm interested to know that too. For example, I'll just go to Pro, and we'll get Pro just to tell me about this computer. And I'll just ask Gemini. Gemini, can you tell me about the specifications for this computer as it's set up at 8 gigabytes and how it applies to my channel? Jeopardy. No. Oh, like an arch. So not ouch, but arch. Yep, gotcha, Laurie. Awesome. Yes, and I should have got the sunset here yesterday. It was really beautiful. But like this is basically the rundown that Gemini has given me on this computer as it stands. Okay, what about when I upgrade this laptop to 16 gigabytes? How will it perform? Yeah, that's interesting, Gail. I hope that things will really work there for you, Gail. Yeah. And I guess, Laurie, this could be something for you to think about when you do your tutorials. Yeah, tutorials. I'm trying to watch my mouth because Bob gave the landlord our channel's card. LOL. I only had to put one video unlisted. Yeah, that's a good one. Maybe 31st or around there. Gail just asked, when do you all get to plant, Laurie? Awesome. So basically it's telling me how to do it, which is really, really useful. And I could ask it just to walk me through, so that's really useful. I have 2 pallets of supplies for this season, Laurie said. Awesome. Okay, can you please tell me the impact when I upgrade my laptop to 32 gigabyte? Now this is interesting. When I can afford to do it, I'll actually do that, 32 gigabytes. Please track down a good price on a 32 gigabyte kit. Oh, Dave, Rob. Hi there, Dave. Great to see you. So I've just got it just to track down some bits, but I bought some RAM, but I could possibly find those cheaper on Amazon or eBay. I'll ask Gemini and just see what it says on that. Could I track down these RAMs on Amazon or eBay? Please give me links if you find some. Oh, now that's a bit spendy on Amazon. Is there any of these on eBay? How about second-hand computers on eBay containing these RAMs, but for repair or breakdown? Well, see, that's interesting too, that you can ask AI just for different options and it will actually run the options and see if it's worth going ahead with those. Okay, can you tell me the impact on my laptop if I decided to upgrade it to 64 gigabytes of RAM? Yeah, that's interesting, Gail, and no problem. See, I'm just asking Gemini to do all the heavy lifting, and if Kaz doesn't know the answer to something, you could ask Gemini to do the same heavy lifting for you. But like this gives me the impact if I decided to jump down the rabbit hole and went to 64 gigabytes RAM. And so, it just gave some other options because it decided or told me that going to 64 gigabytes would be overkill and just not viable to do on this computer or this laptop. So that's really, really fascinating. We should go back to the main screen and see who's here and what everybody has said in chat. But I'm sure you all found that deep dive interesting, and a lot of the things that I am using Gemini or AI for. Yeah, who here found all that interesting and informative? I thought, yeah, while I'm here on Streamyard, streaming from my computer, we'll jump down the rabbit hole and go through that. Okay, Gail asked Laurie, what did you order? That's interesting. Mulch, soil and rock, awesome. So yeah, who found that interesting? And we've been going 2 hours and 20 minutes, so we might just call it in 10 minutes and just have a bit of a chit chat before we call it. And if anybody's got any ideas for our future or my future Saturday night lives, we could sort of go down, a few rabbit holes like this. Also, we could have games nights. What's everybody's thoughts? The laptop stuff I don't about. You mean you don't really understand? That's fine and all good. Thank you, Laurie. I just like having people to hang out with. Gail, a day of gardening has put me out. Yes, I could imagine that. But I think if I just continue these Saturday night live streams now using StreamYard, and we could sort of just have a bit of a chit chat and, research a few subjects or play a few games, jump down a few rabbit holes. If anybody wants to research something about YouTube, we could also, have a question and answer section. And because I have access to Gemini like this and a paid tier of Gemini, I could certainly bring it up and we could sort of do a deep dive. Oh, thank you, Laurie. And I mean, that could be any subject too, not necessarily technology, but we could, if somebody's got a gardening question or a crafting question, we could also jump down a rabbit hole and have a bit of a research session, not section, and just find out a few things. Yeah, true crime is interesting, but I don't know if we can really go there at a YouTube stream. Just with a few different community standards sort of things, but you could certainly use it if you have access to it, or Grok or Chat GPT or Gemini or whatever, and do a deep dive yourself. And the free tiers may even give you some good information as well. And you could probably use it just for even you want to find a really good video to watch on some of those subjects. And it could probably recommend you a good video without you sort of searching on YouTube and getting a heap of results. It could probably take you to the best video, and especially if you've been using that platform for a while and the AI gets to learn what you want and what you like, you could certainly do that as well. Yeah, I've watched a couple of those ones too, Gail. Yeah, that's interesting. Law Lodge now, interesting. Yeah, I've watched a few interesting things about what's happening in the Middle East too, and yeah, if you jump down that rabbit hole, you could be scrolling and watching all day with all the different things that are coming up on that. So sometimes it's best just to get away from that. I've gone through so much soil, and that's even with using logs and other compost. Yeah. Oh, yes, that's interesting, Laurie. Yep. But, you can find some interesting stuff. And wow, I bought 60 bags. 60 bags of soil. Wow. And of course, you could even use it to research. I need more garden soil. What's the best way of getting what I need, or the best or most price effective way? Yes, so true there, Gail. It's so true. I think a lot of us are so glad about that also. We'll get ready just to close out our live. Got another 4 minutes. So if anybody would like to share what you've got on for the rest of the weekend, I'll be opening assessments or assignments and doing some of those. So try to catch up. Who have I missed? I did say hi to Dave Rob. Thank you so much for coming in. I've said hi to everybody else here. Is anybody else here come in that would like to say hi? And of course, I'd love more members. Always want more channel members, and from memory, paid members who have bought memberships. Thank you so much, Laurie. It all adds up. Thank you, Gail of Broken Hearts Ministry, and also Gail Southern Living and Gail's Health Journey. Thank you, Todd Autry of Rattlesnake Roundup. Thank you, Jerry and Susan of Butler Family Farm. Thank you, Joe Hupp. And thank you, Jamie's Country Living. I'm trying to think. I think the others might be all free. I think I've got all the paid members. Huge thank you there, and you're much, 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 much appreciated. And I appreciate anybody who buys memberships. Oh, yes, thank you, Jocelyn, Hope for Life Walker, cleaning up the mess left from the wind. Before we covered in about 4 inches of snow. Yes, such fun, yes. I say the word fun in irony, of course. That's why we do Home Depot on credit, yep. For the 60 bags, yes, totally get that. See everyone tomorrow at Creekside Chronicles or Survival Seeds. Awesome. I must try and catch those if I can. I may have to find a truckload next year. Yep. Oh, good one, Laurie. Yep, my plans. TV. Awesome. Hopefully you enjoy that and get plenty of good things to watch. Oh, thank you, Gail. Enjoyed hanging out with you, Ariella. Well, a huge thanks, and huge thanks to everybody who came in, and just see if I can do that. we are just going to do something special. I am broke, but I think I can do it. Hopefully there's someone here who gets it. Oh, Hope for Life Walker, Jocelyn. Awesome. Nice to see you got it. Yeah, I just bought one. I could do one membership. So congratulations. Just, if I can sort of give something back in some way, I do so. Now I am bloody broke, for sure. You'll all be laughing, but, I think just something as a little thank you to everybody who's been here. And it's nice to see that it was someone who's been in here in chat all day who got it. Oh, you're most welcome, Jocelyn. You're most welcome. And I'm really glad you got it. So now 2 hours and 30 minutes we've been going. So we are going to call it. So a huge thank you to everybody who's come in. I'll be to the fridge and whatnot, lunch, just, definitely it's lunchtime for me, I think. What's the time? 12:37. Yes, lunchtime, and I haven't eaten yet today. So yeah, I believe it would be. When did I eat last night? I think it might have been about 6 p.m. So that's an 18-hour fast. I do intermittent fasting. So. And basically, I'll do intermittent fasting on days that I don't have school days. But some of the days, sometimes I'll skip one of the non-school days. So, it's paycheck day here. It took us 30 years to get here. Well, I hope everything goes really well for you, Laurie, and hopefully the bills don't get on top of you. Thank you, Laurie, for sharing that link. Thank you so much, and that's appreciated. So we are going to call it now. So everybody take care and have a wonderful weekend and be blessed. And until next time, bye-bye.